A friend of mine does architectural work, and he also makes gates, anything from a garden gate to a gate for a mansion. What he's asked me to do is cut some slotted holes, or to see if I can cut some slotted holes in this box section that will take this aluminium extrusion that looks like wood. As you can see, I have done it, but I thought I would do a quick video showing how I did it, so to speak. He wanted a little bit of clearance all the way around because this gets plastic coated. So I'll go through the process, what I did. I measured this, it's 20mm by 200, so I cut that 21.5 by 201.5 just to give it that little bit of clearance. I've had to lift the torch up in the machine as high as it'll go to be able to lift it off the deck of the machine to allow us to cut it. It's simple enough to cut a slot. The more difficult part is cutting the slot in the centre and cutting the slot exactly where you want it. I have got a centre line drawn down here. I'll show you how I line the torch up. What I'm going to do is pierce a hole in there and then line the laser up on the pierced hole, then I'll know exactly where the torch is going to fire. I'll turn the plasma on, as you can note out here. We'll set the height, then just go up a couple of mil, fire the torch, lift it up, then we line the laser up. Then all we do is line the laser up with a cut hole like that, and that means that wherever that laser's pointing is where the torch is going to cut. I can also use the laser to make sure that the job is perfectly in line, which it isn't quite. You can also use this to mark things out if you want to. It's a really handy little tool, because obviously you've got a linear scale in both directions on your computer, your X and Y axis. Right, so that's where I wanted to start. In the software, I offset the start point 10mm to one side. You could do it now. It just means it's going to start in one corner, then cut it out. It's also going to cut on the inside of the square, so you don't get a lead-in point left on the outside. That's 3.5mm thick. I'm going to cut it at 45 amps. We've got an earth on, so we're basically ready to go. Turn the plasma on. So that's where it moved the 10mm to start the cut. Forgot to put the extractor on. Okay, so what's what the result we managed to achieve. Simple as that. Repeatable time after time. He'd been drilling holes in, then cutting it with a grinder, and obviously it didn't look anywhere as neat as that. This is going to be interesting. That's actually a mini back plate, mini rear back plate. Old BMC mini. Won't have many of them. It's off some sort of downhill racer, and what he wants me to do is cut them pipes off, level with that, and then weld a plate on the top at 90 degrees to that. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to be doing it, because that pipe there is actually short, so it's going to have to be slightly below that line there. It's all been brazed and bastardised and it's horrible. I'll try putting it in a mechanical hacksaw and see if that'll cut through there, but I've got my doubts. This could be an angle grinder job. That's looking not too bad. There's some gaps. I'm going to fasten it on with MIG. I was going to TIG weld it, but I'm just going to run some MIG around it. I can't get all of it, but I can get most of it. I'll do a little trial run just to see what sort of settings I'm going to be using. That certainly sounded good. A little bit more power. That's better. Touch more on the wire. That'll do for John. This is going to be way stronger than the brace connections that are on there. Bastard microphone. Here there with the second back with the spot on. Right, I'm pretty confident that's not going to go anywhere. It would have been nice to have a better fit up and TIG welded on, but it's been brazed and bastardised, and one thing was certain, that plate won't come off there. And he's going to mount whatever he's going to mount onto the top of that. Now, I've done quite a bit of repairing bits and pieces for this thing. Anyway, we'll see how we get on with that. Once again, it's just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for all the kind words that keep coming in. And don't forget, if anybody has any information on this Stuart Turner S-type steam engine, I'd really like to know about it. Any help I can get with this is only most appreciated. Anyway, thanks for watching.